Good morning, good morning, good morning. Crypto Chaos. How's it going, guys? How's it going? We're back again for some more. Here we go. How you guys doing? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So much doom spending. We're gonna get into some of the disappointment on that too for some of the general public. Anyway, Gamma God is coming with a $10 super chat right out the gate. God, Gamma, go and get it.
Money now. Money needing a lot now.
Let's go. Let's wake everyone up. Thank you, GG, Grand Rising Otaku and Chaos family. Feeling blessed. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get this money. GG, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. Let's get it. Let's get some of this coffee too. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for a Monday, man. Ready. Oh boy, guys, we're gonna get into this. This is an S show if I've ever seen one for the market open. It's gonna be a crazy day. Cliff coming in with us. Good morning. We got User also here. Good morning. I don't know what your real name is because YouTube keeps, of course, only showing me the you guys' actual like usernames on the back end. Good morning. Just another red day, says Crypto JPEG. Yeah. What else is new, right? What else is freaking new? My God. Yep. Good morning. Yes, also Nebs here, as Bag Holders Anonymous, but we know him as Nebs. There is no second best. Yes. And we got Easy as well. Yo, Taco, how's it going, Easy? Here as well. Yes, gotta get that coffee, man. Gotta get that coffee. All right, guys, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Look at this. Dun. What's this? We hit it like right on top of the baseline. Oh no! Until the very beginning of the market open. What the F? What the F happened? Come on! Stupid? I'm taking this. We got up to the last 6 hours or something like that. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Babies calling for baseline bull. Last weekend. What the hell is this? Oh, it's another dip for ants, I say. I guess that's what it is. But that sucks, man. We got robbed again. This is the second time in the last 6 months that we got robbed over the weekend of our entire target. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So yeah, that's what we opened up into this morning. No one was really expecting this. There's a lot of weird news over the weekend. China banned yet again for crypto and all, and Bitcoin and all crypto assets. Yada. I'm over it. Whatever. You can't ban crypto. Even Putin himself came out and said that at the beginning of this year. You can't do it.
Stupid.
All right, and I also wanted to share this before we get going. We did have Bloomberg talking about crypto, speak of the devil, at the pre-market open. Pretty typical. They always all talk about it at the pre-market, but they never talk about it after the open bell. Here we go.
Sentiment is obviously down today because, in part, of the drop in Bitcoin, which is, I was thinking this morning, if someone had told us 10 years ago that moves in Bitcoin could lead the entire market, we wouldn't have believed it. But that looks like what's happening.
It does, and whether or not it's a macro issue, what's happening with Japan, what's happening with ultimately the cost of government debt in Japan and what that means for the carry trade, that's a macro headwind. But there's a lot of specifics that are going on in the crypto world that's got us anxious. Largely, one of the biggest buyers of Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, or Strategy, artist formerly known as MicroStrategy, has actually seen its CEO go on a podcast, because remember, Michael Saylor is the chair. The CEO is saying, we could sell Bitcoin. What happened to the hodl mentality? So people are worrying that they're going to basically because of the net asset value.
Okay, I got to stop and clarify that because people just keep getting the latest clip on that. He's been saying that since the summer to appease his new shareholders, primarily because they are not quite familiar with Bitcoin's metrics. All right, moving on. Or fundamentals.
Enterprise value of MicroStrategy falling below the actual amount that its Bitcoin is worth. Could that force it to sell because it's got to pay off dividends? Then you've got to look at what's happening with Tether, stable coins. it's interesting, S&P give ratings to stablecoin issuers. They are worried about Tether. Tether's fighting back, saying you just don't understand our complexity, and of course it's because we're sort of a new world of financial instrument. But more broadly, they're saying you don't have enough buffers, safe buffers, to be able to pay back a Tether one for one. Remember, they've gone more into the world of Bitcoin ownership and into other corporate loans and the like, not just treasuries, not just cash. That's the key worry. And then you just got China as well worrying a little bit about stablecoins and crypto.
Yeah, so Noor Ali at the MLive blog points out that the Bitcoin fear and greed indicator has fallen faster than the price itself. And hearing these things from people like, what's his name, Fong Li at
CEO
at Strategy. I know they changed their name to Strategy, simply Strategy, which is like so generic that it can't really be the name for a company, but okay. If they sell off, like that just seems like it would snowball into a bigger sell-off in crypto.
And Matt, you're so right. I think the issue here is, who is the buyer? Why are we not seeing people piling back into the ETFs at the moment?
Retail has no money.
Where's the institutional buyer?
Retail
Where is
has no
the
money.
dip buyer? I think that's what many people are wondering at this moment. $80,000 is kind of the level everyone's now looking at. Remember,
well, Bloomberg is completely oblivious because there is a dip buyer. They're buying up literally all the Bitcoin, and I show you guys this every single day. That's, of course, Bitcoin dominance, sitting at basically still around 60% dominance. And you know where Sailor gets
this
into
entire
that.
idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous.
Yeah, and also don't forget the other big one, my favorite one, which is of course CoinGlass's metric, showing you guys where all the Bitcoin are, all in exchanges, all being scooped up the entire year. I mean, this is the lowest we've ever seen on balance sheets. The lowest, even with the little baby bump we had here, going back onto exchanges. We're still sitting at 2.1 million, the lowest we've ever seen on exchanges. This little baby bump happened on the 28th. And here we are again on the 1st, sitting here with 2.1 record low on exchanges. So yeah, they have no idea what's going on with Bitcoin. They really don't.
We've been here when we're looking at the $86,000 level, but a few weeks ago. I feel it's sentiment, right? We need a sentiment shift, and many are wondering about how they're booking their losses going into the end of the year.
I remember being at $86. So this is
It's still somewhere in your
a long way
on some hardware that you can access
from there.
one day.
Yeah, Caroline Hyde, thanks so much for joining us, reminding me of my lost Bitcoin. Turning our attention.
All right. So I just wanted to give you guys, of course, a quick little update from Bloomberg this morning, talking about Bitcoin in the pre-market open. All right, guys, we're going to the market bell here any minute. Actually, like right now, like in like 30 seconds or less, we'll be on there. Back at work. I was off a week. Hello, Joyce. Hello, happy Joy. How you doing this morning, Joy? Hope you have a great day as well at the Fiat Factory. Here we go, guys. Market bell open on the 1st of December.
This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We are looking at kind of a dour start to the month with futures down 0.7% on the S&P. NASDAQ futures down a little bit more, about 0.9%. But to lift your spirits, we have the Partnership for New York City ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Catherine Wild, who leads that think tank, I believe she is stepping down after
over the
decades of leadership.
He's orange.
Ringing
the best
the
color
bell.
of Godzilla.
Down at the NASDAQ, you've got a bank holding corporation, Banner, ringing the opening bell, celebrating its 30 years, 3 decades of listings. And if I look at that stock over the last 5 years, it's up about 75%, so doing fairly well, not as good as the S&P. In terms of stocks right now, we have NVIDIA kind of weighing on sentiment, weighing on the indexes. It's obviously very heavily weighted, the biggest company in the entire world, and it's down 1.4% in the cash trade. It's made a $2 billion investment in Synopsys, buying those publicly traded shares. That's boosted Synopsys 5.33% this morning. And then MicroStrategy right now down more than 6% because Bitcoin continues to fall. It's I think, below 86,000. At one point this morning was below 85,000. And the CEO of Strategy saying if
which one's the best crypto asset? Well,
if their MNAV falls below 1, that they would sell Bitcoin. That's a little bit technical, but essentially the value of their company compared to their almost $60 billion in Bitcoin holdings. Let's head back over to Citi's head of U.S. equity trading strategy, Stuart Kaiser, at the desk. And, you know, I was saying earlier, Stuart, it's so strange to read the Bloomberg stocks story and see that Bitcoin is seen as leading this market. I mean, is this asset really big enough to be the tail that wags the dog?
I mean, I don't know if the asset's big enough. I think the sentiment around it is viewed as important. You've also seen a significant pullback in retail trading activity within the equity markets. So I think equity investors are seeing Bitcoin lower. They're seeing retail participating a little less in equity markets, and are maybe a little bit concerned that that sentiment's been dented on that side of thing, and maybe that sort of bid below the market is not as sort of evident as it has been for most of the year. So I think Bitcoin's being viewed more as a sentiment indicator than specifically kind of a pass-through from an asset perspective.
Why would sentiment be bad, since we have these companies investing trillions of dollars in capex? We have double-digit earnings growth that's expected to continue at least in the low single digits, or in the high single digits, I should say, next year. We just talked about RBC raising their outlook, and they're not alone, right? Isn't everything looking pretty rosy as the Fed is going to cut rates? We're getting stimulus from the big beautiful bill. We may get $2,000 checks in the mail.
Yeah, I think if you pointed to two things, one would be consumer earnings this earnings seasons were a little bit messy, and management certainly talked very cautiously about sort of sentiment and the health of the consumer spending. And the second would be on the AI side of things. The reaction function has definitely softened, right? You had NVIDIA traded down on earnings, Palantir traded down on earnings, Meta traded down on earnings. We've all seen what's happened to Oracle's share price. So, I think the sentiment and the valuation on the AI side is getting kind of an audit, so to speak, from the investment community, and more importantly to me will be that retail side of things. Seeing retail participation pull back at the same time that consumer earnings are showing some weakness. I think those are the two things, if you're getting a little bit more cautious, you'd probably point to.
I wonder what you think about NVIDIA. I mean, if you get chips from Google or maybe chips from AMD that start to be as good as Blackwell, or at least better at other things, if you get a shift in that leadership, is that bad for the market, or is it good that we have more players?
It's tough. I mean, it's definitely a headwind for NVIDIA and some of the leading semiconductor stocks. Same as we saw from DeepSeek back earlier in the year. And you could argue, yeah, that's bad for the semiconductor stock, but cheaper, faster, and more access to AI is actually better for everybody else.
Yeah.
The problem is, as you mentioned, NVIDIA is the largest weighting in the S&P 500, so it can negatively impact the index. At the same time, that big picture, it's probably a healthy thing, for the global economy. And I think people are looking at it just that way. It's tactically, it's a risk. But structurally, it's probably a net benefit if it plays out that way.
Wow, NVIDIA.
The fundamentals have not changed.
$4.25 trillion. So it's actually lost $750 billion in market cap over the past couple of weeks.
It's all around there.
Is the retail sentiment, I mean, is it that important right now? Are retail investors really big enough to drive this whole market?
I don't know if they're big enough. I think it's a little bit the same as Bitcoin. It's really a sentiment issue. And even your institutional investors are aware of retail participation. They're aware of the stocks they hold. And when they see a change in behavior, that kind of implies a change in the supply demand of the market. And I just think it makes people a little bit more cautious until they're confident that things have settled down. I mean, we estimate retail was about 15% of the market from a volumes perspective late in October. That's down to 10. It's a significant pullback. So again, it's the flows is part of it, but it's also the knock-on impact it has on sentiment and risk management on the institutional side, I think.
If you have a big client, if you have a whale calling the city trading desk and says, I have new money to put to work, what do you do with it?
I wait till year end. Look, I think into year end, we do expect the markets to rally, and we think what's worked in the first 11 months of the year.
By the way, wait till year end is a fine answer. I mean, that's okay. It's only 1 month away. So
unfortunately, people will push back if I give them that answer. Look, so into year end, we think seasonality will take hold. We think your year-to-date winners are going to lead you. As you get into early next year, there's a lot of interesting, you mentioned S&P equal weight. There's a lot of interesting rotation, I think, opportunities. Healthcare has caught a bid recently, whereas we're seeing supply of financials, for instance. Financials have been an overweight, healthcare have been an underweight. So I think as you get into early next year, you do want to look at some of these rotations and leader laggards trades. But from now until year end, I think you want to play straight down the middle, be long equities and be long the winners, because we think that's what's going to drive you into year end.
We have, we finally have a $1 trillion healthcare company, right? Eli Lilly eclipsing $1 trillion.
All right, I'm over it. We did start talking about crypto right out the gate on Bloomberg this morning with Citibank's strategist, advisor, Stuart Kaiser. Pretty cool stuff, guys, coming out right out the gate, at least paying attention to our space. Although not quite understanding it, what's happening right now. Let's take a look at the overall metrics this morning as the market just opened about, 5 minutes ago? 5 minutes ago. All right, let's take a look. And we'll dive into some headlines today. More doom spending too. Oh my God, guys. Black Friday was ridiculous. All right. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at a quick little update on the metrics. CNN right now covering the fear and greed for the stock market, sitting at 22 in extreme fear. Guys, we went out of extreme fear on crypto over the weekend. We were in just traditional fear. Let's see where we are this morning. Brought to you by CoinTree. Crypto fear and greed index sitting at 24 in extreme fear. Damn, we were just so close. We were just at like 28, 20, no, we were at 30, 32, something like that. Just out of extreme fear over the weekend. Here we are again, right back in it. All right, let's take a look at the Dixie this morning. How's the Dixie doing? There we go, back to 99. Look at this. We lost 99.5. We were going sideways all last week. 99.5, 99.5 after double topping potentially. That's what I'm calling it. Double topping at 100. More than likely, the Dixie is going to continue to fall. Hopefully, dead cat bounce here. It is on the last moment of possibly a bull trend. So it could lose that today, especially if we start getting more hints of money printing and everything else happening, of course, to affect the dollar. All right, let's see what else we got here on the headlines this morning on CNBC and Fox. Let's take a look. Just a quick little update here. Jensen Huang and Kramer's talking to Jensen right now.
On AI for the data center is now well exceeding the cash flows for several of the key companies for Oracle and OpenAI, and that perhaps the investment in OpenAI that you've made is a little, maybe should be a little more iffy. Are these the kinds of questions? Is the CapEx unsustainable for these kinds of, for the hyperscalers? Are these the kinds of questions that are really just part of the horse race and not part of the fourth industrial revolution that you've taught me about?
Most people only see the tip of the iceberg and they see a partial part of the picture, as you know. I think what's going on at the foundation, we're going through a platform shift from classical general purpose computing running on CPUs to a new way of doing computing, accelerated computing running on GPUs. That old way of doing is going to continue to exist, of course, but the world is shifting to this new way of doing computing. That the cash flow of the world's hyperscalers are at the core really about supporting this platform shift. With or without agentic AI, with or without chatbots, the world's hyperscalers would have made this platform shift anyhow, because this is a much more efficient way of doing computing. The general purpose computing has really run its course. Moore's law, as you know, is slowing tremendously. And so the world needs a more powerful, more capable way of doing computing going forward. And so at the foundation, it's that. The second thing to realize is that AI is not just chatbots. Chatbots are incredible. Cognition AI is very important, but AI covers the entire world of physical AI, industrial AI, robotics, sciences, digital biology. AI is going to transform every single industry. This is the part that we've been talking about for a very long time. You and I have been talking about this literally for years. It's just less visible because consumers don't have to use engineering tools that we use from Synopsys and Cadence and others. We don't, our companies use these tools because it's mission critical to us. These industrial applications, these industrial tools where accelerated computing and AI are now in the process of revolutionizing, are foundational to our industries. It's not optional to us. It's mission critical to us. And now for the first time, we're at the tipping point of that, and we're going to revolutionize the industrial software industry with it.
And just to give you a sense, Jim, what Jensen's referring to, you're taking a workload that may run for 2-3 weeks and reducing it to hours. And that's the value we're delivering to the customers through this partnership and accelerating the software on GPU from NVIDIA.
Right. Although, Jensen, I'm sure you can sympathize with viewers who are trying to keep up with just your deal flow. We're trying to keep up with your deal flow.
He's doing some damage control.
I guess you must. I'm wondering your communication strategy. How do you keep people afloat when they can't be expected to understand that view from 40,000 feet?
Well, we'll just kind of keep trying harder, Carl. I think that the important concept here is that accelerated computing and AI is revolutionizing every single industry. Of course, it started in the consumer segment. And the reason why it starts in the consumer segment is because getting the answer 90% right is a pretty magical thing. But the industrial segment, that 10% you don't get right, becomes mission critical. And so it takes longer for us to create the tools, create the technology necessary for the industrial sectors, the enterprise segments, to be able to adopt this technology. But the time is now here. This platform shift that happened starting about 10 years ago, starting in consumers, is now in the process of happening across the world's industries. Let me give you one statistic. I think this is actually about the same time that I met Jim. During that year, 2016, the world's scientific supercomputers was 90% CPUs and 10% GPUs. This year, it's 90% GPUs and 10% CPUs. The platform shift has happened. Now, that's in scientific computing. What Synopsys does, what this industry does with engineering, is founded on science, founded on physics. And so, principled physics. We're in the process of making a shift in this industry now. This is one of the most computing-intensive industries in the world. And now, during this transition, we're now doing the platform shift for this entire industry and elevating it with AI. We're going to expand the market really tremendously for this industry. It's a really exciting time.
Okay, so let me just follow up on that, gentlemen, because business to consumer is very, very big. But what I've been concerned about is OpenAI is almost entirely right now business to consumer. We like Google so much. Obviously, they're winning the horse race right now. How do we convince people, and you did it to me, but I'm struggling with others, that business to business is really the nirvana of what you're doing? And the business to consumer, while very exciting to white collar, very exciting to people who want to play with it and get answers, it's not a sideshow, but it's much smaller than what we should be thinking about.
Well, consumer IT is exciting. You know, it moves quickly. New technologies could be introduced quickly. Because as I mentioned, getting 90% right in recommending a movie, or 90% right in recommending an ad, or 90% right in recommending, the next item in your basket is plenty delightful. However, in the world of designing cars, planes, factories, building NVIDIA chips, you've got to be perfect. And the reason for that is because we have so much at stake. And so this industry requires the technology to be extraordinary. It takes longer time, but when it happens, the size of the industry is incredibly large. As you know, the world's $100 trillion industry is largely industrial and enterprise to enterprise. These are enterprise, serious industrial enterprise applications that are now being transformed by this platform shift.
But all right, so am I supposed to believe that what'll happen at a lot of the Dell conference call where Jeff Clark talked exactly about AI factories, that we're going to see a new shift, that we should be thinking about how much GM is spending, how much BMW is spending, how much Siemens is spending, how much the big Korean shipyards are spending? Is that what we should now add to the mix, and not just Perplexity against Anthropic?
Exactly. If you think of all the companies you just mentioned and the percentage of R&D they invest in automation, in software, etc., is going to become exponential, driven by the complexity and the sophistication of what they're building. So if they were spending 2% of their revenue in R&D dedicated to the software, automation, and the technology, is going to get significantly higher due to complexity in order for them to remain competitive and delivering for the future.
All right, and then Jensen, I know
here's an easy way to think about it. One of the things that's really important is almost all industrial companies that make things like NVIDIA, like GM, like Boeing, these are companies that spend probably hundreds of millions, maybe very low billions of dollars in engineering software tools. However, the amount that they spend in prototyping all of those products is easily 10, 20 times higher. It's absolutely the same case here at NVIDIA. We spend a few $100 million in EDA tools and design tools. However, we spend billions of dollars in prototyping it. In the future, we're going to prototype all of these products digitally so that we don't waste any money when we build it physically. In order to prototype things digitally, simulate it inside a digital twin, this is all the things I've been talking to you about.
Right.
All of a sudden, the market opportunity increases by a factor of 10, 100.
Okay, so last question. Right now, we spend a lot of time talking about Google and what they're doing with their own TPU, and we talk about whether Meta will do it. But one thing that you taught me was you like to think 20 years forward and then backward. I'm thinking about Vera Rubin. I had to go read that Richard Feynman book because you mentioned he's a pretty funny guy. But, I mean, when I look at the Vera Rubin and the Feynman, am I going to be saying, you know what, that was a great thing those other guys had during that 9-month window that Jensen allowed them to have?
You know, listen, we've been competing with ASICs now for quite a long time, and Google has had ASICs for a long time. NVIDIA, and they did a great job, as you know, and I've always been complimentary.
Right. Always.
What NVIDIA does is much more versatile. Our technology is much more fungible. Notice the announcement today. Accelerating Synopsys design tools, the EDA, the SDA, the CAE tools, requires a computer architecture like CUDA. It's not available for ASICs. And so NVIDIA can address markets that are much, much broader, not just chatbots. We're also everywhere. We're in every cloud, we're in every single OEM, we're on-prem, and we're also at the edge. And so the NVIDIA opportunity is much, much larger. And you're now seeing a real tangible example of an opportunity that we could do with our platform that nobody else can. And so this is a very big opportunity for us.
Control
huge opportunity to reinvent the EDA industry, the design and engineering industry for Synopsys and the rest of the industry, and a growth opportunity for us because this is so computationally intensive.
I was just thinking, the classic book is Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be Surely You're Joking, Mr. Wong.
Because of Jensen.
Yeah.
Yes, Jensen really helped. But Jensen, I didn't get to ask you about how none of your revenue includes China. Should I have just included that as a boiler point and that you can't talk about what's going on? Kind of a coda.
Well, you know, I would like everybody to just assume that China is a bonus opportunity in the future. At the moment, we got plenty of, our demand is really strong, as you know. Demand is really skyrocketing, and over the next couple of years, we've got a lot of demand we have to go serve. And if China comes along, which I believe is going to be in the best interest of the United States as well as China and the rest of the world, that's going to be a huge bonus opportunity for us.
All right, I want to thank Sazin Ghazi from Synopsys, a great company. That was more than a $30 billion acquisition they made of Ansys. And Jensen Wong comes on, and Jensen, I can't thank you enough for giving us the perspective that you gave me almost a decade ago, that business consumer is very interesting, focus on business to business. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
All right. So yeah, looks like Jensen Wong is doing some damage control this morning. I think it worked. It's starting to move on up for his company. He stopped the blood at $4.3 trillion in market cap right now, down from a high of, 5.2? Ridiculous. But yeah, that's what we're looking at this morning. A lot of Bitcoin, a lot of NVIDIA talk out the gate this morning. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the chat, guys. How you guys doing? Good morning. Bitcoin still holding number top 10. Number 9, just barely. Meta coming back from the gutter. Look at this, 1.6 trillion on Meta. Is only, $100 billion away from flipping us. Bitcoin's still holding the top 10, though. My God, it's been a bloody year, guys. A bloodbath. Remember when we were in the top 5? Remember in the top 4? No, we didn't flip. Microsoft just got flipped by Google, though. What kind of world are we living in? It's madness. It's madness. What the hell?
We're going to win so much.
Jesus. Weird world we live in right now. Who would have guessed? All right, let's get back into it, guys. We'll take a look at crypto bubbles as some of you guys in the chat have been talking about this. You want to see the bloodbath this morning? There it is. Top 200 assets right there. It's certainly a bloodbath this morning. Top 100 here. Damn! Only MYX and Rain are in the green this morning. Everything else is in the negative. Zcash down 20%. I bought some of this last night, guys. I have to tell you, I did end up buying some of the Zcash dip with it down 20% on the day, 37% on the week. I sink my teeth in a little bit. All right. Let me get into this real quick and talk to you guys about what's going on. Let's jump back in the chat real quick. Where were we? Good morning, Braveheart McFreedom. Good morning, McFreedom. How you doing? Let's go. Wake everyone up. McFreedom. Gigi's already handing out coffee at McFreedom's this morning, guys. Yeah, good morning, Chaos. Sky is falling, says Strawberry Dragons. Yes, Braveheart McFreedom says Bestie, Joy, E. Perez, Gamma, and beautiful Super Cheese. Super Cheese. We are off. We are off to the races to get a solid start. Good morning, Cliffy, Nebs, JPEG. Good morning, Mup. Since 4, I bet, will buy Sweet. Otaku will buy Sweet. Yep. We'll take a look. We'll take a look here in a second. Yeah, the robots are taking over, guys. Danny, you're 100% right. The robots are taking over. And Godzilla is sitting there waiting. He's on the ready. Oh my god, he's ready. Oh my god, what the hell? This is a hell of a dip today. Good morning, Chaos. Sky's falling, says Strawberry Dragons. Danny, yes, good morning. Of course, Strawberry Dragons, our favorite flavor, our dragon in the chat. Braveheart McFreedom. Yo, Taco, I love it. Did I miss the crypto bubbles? Nope, we're about ready to get into it, McFreedom. I want to see the blood. Here is the blood. We're going to dive into some of the biggest bloody moves on the weekend and monthly. Nvidia, baby, yes, Braveheart, Nvidia, and Bitcoin strategy, all the talks, the rage this morning from Bloomberg. Good morning, Braveheart, Gamma, Danny, Joy, Otaku, E. Perez, Nib. Yes, Strawberry Dragons also doing another roll call. Everyone's here, man. Everyone's here. Good morning, Nebs. Yes, awesome move, Otaku. Yes, Silver stealing the show, says Lawrence. Yeah, I'm still doing my Swift thing too. I keep buying little positions as we move lower and lower to get a flip, hopefully in December to pay some more bills. I'm hoping for it, man. I'm hoping for it. But this is pretty bloody this morning. Again, it could be a false move Monday, as typically we see. I'm not surprised at all, to be honest. It is what we get on a Monday. Morning still ready to go. We could still keep running this, but if you guys didn't catch the morning open at the very beginning, I was like, yeah, look at this. We called the entire baseline move until we didn't. Until the market opened. What the F? Not even the market opened. This actually happened around like 6 a.m. About 8 p.m. last night. Yeah, typically when we pump, we actually did the opposite. And the foreign market open. All right. So that's, of course, Bitcoin. Let me take a look at Swiftcoin real quick. Sitting at 52. Still sitting at the lows of my buy zone here. So it's possible we do get another move up, but we had to wait an entire week the last 2 times we got these moves. So this has only been really rallying on the weekend for some reason. I've been watching, of course, Swiftcoin make these moves the last 2 weeks. Again, the biggest moves happening over the weekend. I was hoping for another retest above 72, 75. We didn't even get as high as 80. I was hoping for like 80, 86, 90, 100. Of course, 1 penny, getting close to 1 penny. I was going to start selling around 90 a little bit. But no, we didn't. So I just keep buying in new positions there. Just want to give you guys, of course, my little swing that I'm doing on Swiftcoin. And yeah, if this loses this range, I'm gonna be watching this probably right around the afternoon into the evening today. If we can fall back down and retest some of these low 40s or mid to high 40s, I should say, I'm probably gonna be buying up another bag to flip later. All right, that's what we're looking at right now. Gonna have to clean this up because this didn't play out to the upside. And yeah, we did get rejected at 7.2, I believe, 7.2. I mean, it basically played right into that, but it didn't go any further. That sucks. All right, moving on. That was this cup and handle here I was referring to. All right, going back into $86,000 Bitcoin. Yep, that's where we're sitting at right now. Let's get into crypto bubbles. Here we go, guys. On the day, what are we down the most on the day? Everything's like 10% off. Oh my god, it literally is a bloodbath. What's the average here? Boom, 7%. What? That's crazy for the day. That's insanity. Holy hell.
Are you stupid?
You gotta buy some of this dip, guys. What am I buying this morning? Well, if everything's 10% off, I'm probably still gonna buy Sweet, because Sweet's 13% off. McFreedom was right. He got me. I mean, well, look at this. Look at this. It's a sea of red. Sweet is now 13% off. It's the highest, actually down the most right now on the day, other than Pump.Fun, but you guys know how I feel about that damn thing. Celestia down 16%. I take it back. That's the most. Celestia. I'm not a big fan of DEXs and stuff like that, but Celestia is down 16%. If you guys want to pick up some Celestia. Sweet's down 13%. That's, of course, my favorite L1 to the upside. All right, on the day. What else we got on the weekly here? Zcash. That is, again, another one I've been looking at buying on a pullback. Here we are, almost 40% off on the week. Definitely did buy some of that. last night. So yeah, definitely still retesting some of these lows. It could go down lower. Let me see where we're looking at here. Did we already hit? Yeah, we already smacked that there, didn't we? No, we can come back down to 338. Just maybe one more drop. Test these lows here. 300 flat, maybe. Psychologically, we could bounce off of that. I'm looking at some of these lows. 325. We gotta see 325, something like that first. Something else psychological to the downside on Zcash. But Zcash, SWE, those are great picks right now for just bouncing around here. 42% off on SWE on the month. Zcash is only down 14% on the month though, so not quite crazy on the monthly yet for Zcash. Some of the other big moves here. We got Solana down 31%. If you want a big top 10 L1 that has a huge pullback on a monthly, oh my god, Solana's down 31%. Just had its ETFs launch again. Not even enough time to see that rally even ensue yet, realistically, for Solana. So that could also be a big one as well. I'm liking all this stuff, man. There's so much stuff. It's a fire sale. Black Friday. How about Cyber Monday for Bitcoin and crypto assets? Let's go.
You're gonna win so much.
Oh man, this is insane. I don't even know. There's so much blood. Virtuals protocol too. If you don't have an AI play, this is the biggest agentic AI play there is on Ethereum. Down 51% of the year. Hasn't done anything this year. Down about 50% just on the month alone. Yeah. I'd definitely we'd be looking at that if you don't have a bag for that trend, maybe going into next year. Or maybe you want to continue wait for a pullback. I mean, where else could we go? How much lower can we go? I mean, we could maybe find a new low, maybe, but 40s, maybe 45 cents. Oh my god, are we gonna go that low? I don't know. There's just so much blood, guys. So much blood. But those are the top movers to the downside. I'm still probably going to be shooting for my number one pick. Still going to be SWE. Down 42% on the month. It's down 13% on the day. It's not that much down on the week, though. I definitely got to give the weekly to Zcash. So my top two picks on the top 100 are definitely going to be Zcash and SWE. And I'm buying both of them. So again, full disclosure. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing, my 2 cents.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, before we forget, the top 200 as well, also bleeding like crazy, down only 6%, which is kind of weird because usually the top 200 is down more than the top 100, but an average of 6% down on the top 200. Jasmine's down 5%, Jido's down 11%. Jido's usually one of my top picks here. Zora's down 15%. If you guys are looking to pick up Zora, it's still pretty new, still trying to find its bottom. I think it's probably found it. It can come back down and maybe retest 4.7, maybe 4.7. Where are we at now? Where are we at? 4.3 right now. Yeah, we're already past that. 4 flat. 4 flat would be the next target, probably psychologically. Cliff coming in with a $10 super chat. You guys are spoiling me on the money market of red. Of red. Oh, I'm speechless.
Give me money.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Money now. Me, the money, needing a lot now.
Cliff and Gamma coming in and supporting the chaos this morning. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All the bleeding eventually stops. Huddle, says Cliff. Let's go, man. 100%, Cliff. Definitely, man. And especially with Bitcoin.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
There's definitely no second best. All right, guys. All right. What else we got here on the top 200? On the weekly, I want to find a clear winner here. Fast token's down. If you guys are looking at that token, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's still tumbling down. It's down 77% on the year now. Oh my god, 58% on this pullback on the week. That's insane for a week. My god, 60% of the damn project's down on the week. Soon's down 20% again. Newer project as well. 36% on the month. Probably found its bottom just now. Wormhole, one of my favorite coins, is down 10% on the week, 38% on the month. This might be my top pick for the day. I do like that project. What else we have here? Nothing else really big down on the weekly. On the monthly, though, damn, there's a lot. Again, the Wormhole's down about almost 40%, 38 and some change, 38.8. 39%. Jido down 54. Again, those two usually my top picks with Pith on the top 200. Those three, it's probably going to be your choose your own adventure. But I do like that Wormhole, though. I might pick some of that up after the live today. Radium's down 40%. We got Pulse Chain down 40%. A lot of 40s here. Definitely what we're looking for. We're looking for 30s and 40s on the monthly. There's definitely a lot to choose from. My top pick is definitely going to be Wormhole. ZBEC down 20% of the month. Not the biggest drop. It's still holding on pretty well in the grand scheme of things. Only down about 9% of the week, 4.8% of the day. I do like, of course, I missed the volatility on ZBEC, but I do like, of course, its strength it's holding in these, I don't know, red times. Ridiculous red times. All right, guys, so my top pick is going to probably be, oh, look at that. Jasmine's also down 32%. That means that XCN's probably down about 40. Yeah, 38.1. So again, another choose your own adventure kind of day on the top 200 here. There's a lot of assets close to the 30-40 range on the monthly. My top pick is definitely going to be Wormhole, just because I like the project and I think it's oversold like everything else. And I don't have enough, personally. But Jasmine's also great too if you don't have enough of that, or you haven't looked into it. Of course, one of my favorite, a securitized play when it comes to your data and everything else. I want to get into all that. But XEN also down 37%. Again, if you maybe look at some of these, if you guys don't have any of those. Again, I'm looking at DeFi and some real world use case in the near future. All right. With I think Wormhole might pop off sooner. ZBEC's definitely doing damage this year. Again, 20% is not the greatest, but if you don't have a bag, maybe that's where you want to load up. Because this is going to have to, the pain's going to have to stop at some point, guys. It's going to have to stop at some point. We're still waiting for maybe the rollover at the end of the year. This could be the final shakeout. Or we could happen at the beginning of January, too. You just never know when we're going to stop. We're going to play the musical chairs until the music stops. All right, moving on. What else we got, guys? Of course, that's not financial advice. It's just my picks on the day. My 2 cents. What else we got here? Let's jump back into some headlines, see what's going on with the headlines. I'm going to do one fast take real quick through TradFi News. Make sure I'm not missing anything over on Bloomberg, CNBC, and Fox B. Manufacturing. What do we got here for Fox? How fraud swamped Minnesota's special services systems and Tim Watts. Okay. Of course, political nonsense happening over at Fox B. All right. Headlines. CNBC. NVIDIA takes $2 billion stakes in Synopsys with expanded computing power partnership. We just heard, of course, from Jensen Huang this morning, talking to Jim Cramer. What else we got? Goldman Sachs acquires ETF firm for $2 billion to bolster asset management division. What ETF division did they pick up? Let's take a look. Capital management, innovator, capital management, a provider of the defined outcome ETF. Goldman Sachs. I don't know. It's probably just old boomer investment money. Strategies. Provider defined outcome ETFs for about $2 billion. I'm not familiar with that one, so it probably hasn't dipped their toe into crypto ETFs just yet. What I do want to talk about is the CoinMarketCap CMC 20. I forgot about that, guys. That happened over the weekend too. They just dropped their index coin. We should dive into that. I don't see any headlines about that this morning either. Can we get in? Maybe we can get a quick little article on this. Yes. All right. So CoinMarketCap has launched a CMC 20, a new chain index token built on the BNB chain. It offers direct exposure to the top 20 assets by market cap. Through a single asset instead of buying each token individually or tracking multiple charts, users can now access the entire top tier market in one move. Kind of like the SP 500, but only the top 20 crypto assets, aside from, of course, stablecoins. CMC is the first DeFi native index from the CoinMarketCap, creating in collaboration with Reserve using decentralized focus DTF technology. The token has sparked a strong interest across the industry. CMC 20 introduces a transparent on-chain alternative to traditional index products and simplifies diversity's crypto exposure, which is really cool too, because every month they actually roll these coins in and out, whether or not they are on that list of the top 20. So I actually built a similar portfolio for a friend of mine going through bankruptcy at the beginning of this year, if you guys heard me tell that story before. And we basically just did it on the top 5 assets with a sprinkle of some from the top 20 that have a little bit more ROI and volatility. I do love this, because I think if this was out by the time we set that up, we would have probably jumped in on this, because this is awesome. This is awesome. All right, I just wanted to jump into this briefly, because this did come out like a week ago or so. And I did just hear about that over the weekend. I wanted to make sure you guys know about it. All right. What else we got? Let's get back into the headlines. Anything else here? The Intel stock holds 10% after analyst predicts major Apple deal. What else we got? Swiss voters rejected a new inheritance tax. Yeah. Ukraine peace talks shift to Moscow. Will Putin play ball? Doesn't sound like it. He's just kind of trolling still. Healthcare costs for facial forced trade-offs. Investors worry about all these moving pieces. How Trump's big beautiful bill could affect your Giving Tuesday tax break. Giving Tuesday tax break? What the hell is that? If you donate money on Giving Tuesday. Oh, okay, gotcha. I never heard of that. You guys ever heard of Giving Tuesday? I've never heard of it before. I got to go out there and maybe buy someone a coffee tomorrow. Just stand in line and buy someone something. BNPL debts piling up. An expert weighs in on what you need to know about the debt relief. Yada yada. Silver hit record highs in 2025. Guys, over the weekend, we covered it on Friday as we are breaking above $56. Now sitting at 57.3, just tipping out on the all-time high again this morning at 57.8 from the weekend blowout. That's crazy. On silver, continuing to rally again. I think it's going to probably get somewhere between $80 to $100 next year. More than likely, you're going to see something crazy. Maybe we don't touch 100, but maybe we get to like 80, something like that, or 90. Maybe 90 tomorrow next year. This one here I threw out until this is just January. If we continue this, I forget what I scribbled that on there, but damn, it's been playing out pretty damn well. Maybe even too well. I'll see how that works out later. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold's still a little off from its all-time highs, but yeah, still kind of looking like a cup and handle this morning. Definitely playing that handle out right on top of it. Damn, already breaking out a little bit to the upside. This plays out, would send gold to somewhere along the lines of all-time high, a little higher than all-time high. Probably just going to get stuck at all-time highs, to be honest, and maybe you look for another pullback before getting a new all-time high. That's probably what's going to happen with gold. So if I were to be a betting man, I'd be like something like this. Come back down, retrace a little, then maybe do another leg up later, if I were to guess. All right, $86,000 Bitcoin. $86,000 Bitcoin. Still holding this morning. Not really going much lower than that. The low we saw this morning before getting back into the articles was about, what was it? 84.7, wicking pretty quick. This is a 4 hour. Here's the 1 hour wick there. So we did get a bit of a drop there from 84.5 or 85.5 to 84.5, and of course a swift recovery within I would say like half hour or less. 15 minutes on those wicks. Less than 15 minutes, more than likely. All right. Let's get back into it. I want to take a look at the order books too, to see how Bitcoin's holding up here this morning. We haven't done that yet as well. Of course, guys, don't pay for something you get for free. It's my motto. I'm sticking to it. Always. Don't pay for something you get for free, guys.
Are you stupid?
And of course, Kimba the White Snow Lion on YouTube will bring you the heat map, the live book map for free. Of course, I love the anime reference on the channel as well for those who know. Kimba. All right. What else we got here on Bitcoin? Smashing through some of these key areas we had for support. Still range bound though. Nothing's really changed on the range. Still the same range we were looking at as of Friday. Still stuck between that 85 and that was it 90? 85 and 90? Nah, a little less than that. Little range bound right here at about 87, 90. We did lose 90 over the weekend. This is the short version. We gotta get zoom out there. There it is. 90K. Right there, about 90K and 85. Still range bound there. Nothing really has changed other than we did just wipe out a whole bunch of longs that were brand new longs from the last Friday. So nothing too crazy. I'll have to wait and see how this plays out. This is, again, False Move Monday. I would not be surprised at all if we just smash right back above all of this, heading towards 95K by the end of the day into tonight in the morning open. At 8 p.m., guys, don't forget, we are going to be live every single day. We do, of course, the market open at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, so that's my 2 cents of what's going on Bitcoin's current price action. Yeah, a lot of people buying up this dip. More people rather than... There's a one big drop there. Someone would like to sell off 1.7 there. It's kind of slow this morning, though. It's kind of slow. People are trying to figure out where the market's going to go next. I still can't believe Google flipped Microsoft, guys. This is crazy.
What are you, stupid?
This is crazy. If you would have came out in the beginning of the year and say, oh, yeah, Google's going to flip Microsoft, I'd be like, you're crazy, man. Google's going to go up there and try to rival NVIDIA. They're definitely going to flip Apple. Nope, it was the opposite. Who would have gone thunk? Of course, Microsoft used to be one of the biggest networks out there. I think Bitcoin now is. All right. What else we got? Let's take a look at. Let's go back through TradFi, and then we're going to rip the Band-Aid off crypto. Guys, we're 10 minutes late on the news for crypto. All right, Bloomberg is on break. CNBC talking about. Manufacturing still okay. Fox B, Afghan nationalists over alleged threat. Okay, all right, more political nonsense. All right, moving back into crypto news, guys. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph first. Let's roll out with that. Strategy steps up to $1.4 billion cash reserve. It lifts the Bitcoin stash to 650,000 flat. There we go. Another purchase, of course, from MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. And if you guys didn't see my post over on X, guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget that we gotta get these likes and subscribes in, guys. I've been I've been not shilling enough here lately. Not shilling enough. Of course, the King of Ohio demands it. Long live the King of Ohio in my simulation right now. Okay. Breaking down the simulation. But yeah, also, we're over on X as well. So if you didn't catch that, I posted that over on X. Michael Saylor, of course, did another orange buy over the weekend. He did, another orange dot. And what he alluded to was really kind of weird. He actually alluded to green dots coming soon. What does that mean? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out because he didn't really offload what that means yet. MicroStrategy, of course, buying more Bitcoin over the weekend. Now it's holding its reserves, pushing it to 650,000. My seller hints at adding green dots. He says, what if we start adding green dots? What the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean? Are they going to start buying gold? Are they going to start buying... What else is green? Are they going to start buying their own stock? I don't know what this means. You guys let me know in the chat if you guys heard or know an inkling. What does this mean? This is crazy. Unheard of course, from Saylor. Of course, teasing the orange dots over the weekend. All right. So again, more of that. Also, more gold discovered. Another 11 million tons of gold discovered in Saudi Arabia. Of course, it's going to take years to, of course, start mining some of these deposits, and setting up and everything else. Gold, silver, copper, and zinc. Gold is infinite. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin. No wiser words could ever be spoken. Of course, again, coming from Simply Bitcoin over on X. All right. 1.44 million. If you guys don't know how gold works, of course, there's plenty of gold out in the universe. It's like, one of the... It's created from falling stars, which of course we know as suns. Breaking strategy establishes USD reserve of 1.44 billion for dividends. Damn, it's crazy. What else we got? Just in MicroStrategy establishes. Yeah, it's pretty much all that's breaking right now. It's the same exact thing over and over and over again. Checked out the sanitation robot competition in Shenzhen last week. It was amazing. More robots, of course, coming to do your trash. Take your job. Take your job, Strawberry. They're coming. All right. Of course, more robots on my feed. Again, we're doing doom scrolling right now, guys. Doom scrolling. Unfiltered, unfettered, doom scrolling. What else we got? The exact reason why the market just crashed. Wintermute dumped 9,300 Bitcoin. Coinbase dumped 375 Bitcoin. Ooh, man, we're going to see this tomorrow on the exchanges, probably. BitMEX dumped 7,900 Bitcoin. Binance dumped 5,000. Bitwise, 5,000. Bitfinex, 3,000. All these institutions are dumping. They're dumping, according to this, from Wilmar on X. We'll have to look and see how that plays out tomorrow on, that's not going to show up until tomorrow on the, Bitcoin, exchanges. Okay, the bankers just declared total war on Bitcoin. They, already started, going after strategy, Jack Mallers, Tether, and now they're running for David Sachs, Trump's crypto czar. These attacks are exactly part of what we wrote about in the May post on the monetary war of Trump versus globalist bankers. Yikes. All right, what else we got here? A like if you're still not selling your Bitcoin. Definitely going to give that one a like. Okay, what else we got here? Strategy establishes a USD reserve of 1.44 billion for dividends. Of course, could it be the green dots hinted earlier today? That's probably what it is. It's probably what it is. All right. Today's dump makes absolutely no sense. Bitcoin dumped 5,000 in 3 hours. $210 billion wiped out the crypto market in a single day. Nearly 700 million liquidated. If we actually go over to CoinMarketCap, you can see that in real time with the market cap right now trending below 3 trillion. Yeah, crazy. We still not get down to our low on the last 30 days, though. The last 30 day, our low was 2.84, 2.8 flat, something like that on market cap. We could probably see that by the end of the day, though. On the year, my God, call this a bull market, man. I still think this is just the bear market, or the extended bear market, going into next year. The business cycle hasn't happened yet, of course. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, damn, guys. Back in April, we were sitting at 2.5 trillion, and here we are, just barely holding on to 2.8. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Going through a sidewinder this morning as well. All right, let's get back in the chat and catch up with you guys this morning. I cannot believe, though, XRP damn near breaking $2. Crazy. Let's get back in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit those buttons. And, of course, check out, the Discord and the merch store for the channel if you want to continue the chaos after the live stream. All right. What the hell, lube? Yes, more lube for the chat. Nab's passing out lube in the chat. Yes, he is. Thinking about shaving profits to buy silver, says Lawrence. What profits? You're sitting in profits? Oh, man. We're still waiting for Godzilla, guys.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When Godzilla walks onto the playground, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
We're still waiting. They're still waiting. My phone's blowing up somewhere. I don't know where it is. I lost my phone, but my alarms are going off. Some coins are definitely more moving down. Let's see what we have here. Some of the biggest movers we have here. Well, damn. Moonwell down 10% this morning. That's probably the one that's blowing up my phone. Or it could be SWE. Look at that. SWE down also. Still 10-11% this morning. Coming up a little bit now, though. It's definitely finding its bottom. Damn it. I wanted to buy some of this before. After the live stream, I might have missed the move. What else we got here? Again, guys, these are babies. These are all his babies selling off. We got 7% down on Doge. I definitely want to get a bag of Doge before... Look what TradingView just put up. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely want to get a bag of Doge before next year. I think next year it's going to probably blow off. The more time we, of course, have sitting for the ETFs, and more time for them to roll out more. What else we have? Anything on the big movers here? That's about it, really, on my charts. 17 on that day on Zcash. Damn, Dan. Wish I could have bought that too. But I'm here hanging out with you guys. Don't forget to pick up some of these before they all rebound. It could be a false move Monday, as we've seen before. 10% also on XCN right now, sitting at 205. All right, let's get back to it. Guys. I'm trying to catch up in the chat here. Could Italy could be squeezing gold and putting some into meatball? What the meatball factory infrastructure build out? Maybe Braveheart. Keep shilling that damn meatball company over on Bloomberg. Ethereum buys next, says Jake the Snake. More than likely. Where's Ethereum at this morning? Let's take a look. How's the ETH holding up? It's only down 6% today. Already wicked up. It was down. Where's today? Monday on the high here, I guess. Well, technically, it was a lot. If you guys count, of course, last night's move. No, we don't count last night's move. We're gonna start at midnight here. We'll just go from that low here, or the high to the low. It was down about 3% off. No, it's not too crazy. It's not right. That's not right, is it? I guess on the last 24 hours, it's down 6%. Yeah, 6%. All right. It's still holding on there. All right, what else we got here in the chat? I'd like to listen in the morning because I'm all waked and baked out, says Nebs. Gotcha. Maybe Treasury buys, says Jake the Snake. Silver 1-to-1 with gold. Wait for it, says Braveheart. I'm right there with you. I think silver's trying to catch up, and eventually it will. But it's going to take probably manufacturing to start to make that happen for the robots. More than likely, we're going to see a huge pump for silver in the middle of next year to the end of next year. Nabs, the saggy man, what is good? Jake the Snake, what is good, my man? How you doing? Jake the Snake, welcome the King of Ohio. He's back. He's mean and green.
Hail the King of Ohio. Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches.
Thanks again for supporting the live, Jake, and reminding me to chill harder. Guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Vulcan Blood says Jake the Snake precisely in Spock's voice. Oh my god, I probably cannot do that voice. Hey, Strawberry, Andy, Braveheart, Cliff, Jake, Joy, Nebs, and more. Maximus, Lawrence, everyone's here, guys. Good morning, good morning. Master Otaku, when 60%? Soon. Soon. 60%. Damn, man. I don't know if we're going to go back down 50-60% on Bitcoin. I think the most we're going to see is probably 40 at the absolute most. We're already down 33%. Good morning. Drink that coffee. You're going to need it to handle the mini GG. Oh my gosh. Yes, you're definitely going to need that coffee, GG, for the mini GG. I'm already on it, says GG as well. Yes. Damn. He got you. He got you. And Bobbin coming in with some more music, guys. Don't forget to, listen to some tunes and escape. Thanks again, Bobbin, for the tunes. Our of course, resident DJ in the chat. Jake the Snake also saying, honey, you must do what you gotta, what the snake says. Why does he tell you to chill harder? What does that even mean? Yes. Chill harder. Chill much harder. And you would tell me if you were in danger, right? Me or Gigi? I don't know who you're referring to there. All right. Let's get back into it, guys. Let's see what else we got going on in the crypto news. Jumping through TradFi hoops, just 1 second. Bloomberg's on break. CNBC also on break. Fox B, more than likely, still on break. Trump fails to blame his policy, blah, blah, blah. Westerman Schultz. Okay, I'm over it already. All right, let's get back into it, guys. What else we have here? Let's take a look at CoinDesk. Let's take a look at CoinDesk. See what they're covering this morning. MicroStrategy establishes $1.4 billion cash reserve, slashes 2025 profit. Bitcoin yield targets coming from Sailor. Of course, we already covered that over on X. X is going to give it to you. The real news. Tom Lee's BitMine acquires 77,000 ETH. There you go, guys. There you go. Who called it? Who was it called it? Who said it was going to be ETH is going to be next? I think it was it Nebs? I thought it was Nebs in the chat. Someone called it. I gotta scroll up to find it now. So one of you guys said it. Jake the Snake. Nice. Jake's gonna give it to you.
Oh, hail the King of Ohio!
Yes, King of Ohio called it. Tom Lee's BitMine acquires 97,000 ETH, eyeing a Fusaka upgrade. Of course, that's coming out here soon. Fed policy as positive catalyst. The firms increased the pace of purchases from the previous week, despite this sitting on large unrealized losses on their bet. Currently, they're doubling down on that bet, pretty much. The latest purchase lifted the firm's total Ethereum holdings to 3.73 million. Now, how much do they hold now? Because last time they purchased, they brought themselves up to 3% of the total amount of all ETH. I don't think it's gonna cite that here anymore. It's probably sitting at 3.3 or 3.1 now after that last buy. Digital asset treasuries are feeling the heat as falling crypto prices are flipping. Stock valuations have pushed back into many into retreat. Most have stopped adding to their crypto piles, while some have started selling, aiming to close the gap between the stock price and the net asset value. BitMine remained one of the few firms that kept buying. However, the firm is estimated to be sitting on $4 billion in unrealized losses on its current ETH stash. Yikes. Upcoming Ethereum upgrade, the Fed policy. Thomas Lee, BitMine is pointing out the market condition of Ethereum upcoming network upgrade is a key motivator, an increased pace of acquisitions from the previous week. The Fusaka upgrade is expected to activate December 3rd and is designed to improve scalability, security, and usability on the Ethereum network. Speaking of the macro context, Lee said the Federal Reserve is expected to halt quantitative tightening this month and will likely cut interest rates on December meeting. Again, we're talking about maybe, this is kind of weird to even say this, but a hawkish cut. Yeah, that's what we're looking at, guys. A hawkish cut. Which is going to be like, yeah, we're going to cut, but, the economy's not good, and, inflation's kind of getting rampant. We probably should start, either going up or maybe going sideways here after the next Fed rate decision. And, of course, we know we're going to be getting a pro-crypto, more than likely, a pro-crypto and a pro-Trump administration Fed chair in the next 6 months. We got to wait, of course, to get that person in there, though. It's not going to happen soon. That's for sure. All right, what else we got? Let's take a look at Daily Hodl, guys. It's now 10:30. Fraudsters drain more fraud. December 1st, more fraud. Altcoins, 426,000 in Bitcoin and crypto liquidated as Bitcoin drops 87,000. How's that to do anything with altcoins? Scam, hacks, and breaches. What else we got? A major big hit with lawsuit. This is November 30th. And it's pretty much nothing over the Daily Huddle. I'm disappointed. Usually you got juicy stuff in the morning for me. Let's take a look at, how about cryptonews.net? We can take a look over there, and that might be it. Japan's bond slams crypto. The bond shock. 640 million liquidated as a 10-year Japan bond hits a 17-year high. There we go. So some of that, of course, coming from the Japan carry trade. Bitcoin crashes 5%. Sunday slam as liquidations surge. Ephraim launch Africa wallet on Stellar. Tom Lee reveals his latest predictions for Bitcoin and Ethereum. This came out 17 minutes ago. They must have just had him on one of these news outlets. Speaking on YouTube channel Altcoin Daily. Okay, so that it was happened on YouTube actually. Tom Lee said 2026 could be a strong year for both cryptocurrencies and the stock markets. At this point, Lee suggested that crypto assets in the stock market could see strong V-shaped recoveries into next year. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch this, actually I know what they're referring to. We can find that interview real quick on X. Tom Lee. Let's say Bitcoin, crypto. Let's do crypto. Now let's see if we can find this real quick. His interview, was it this one? I think it was this one.
That price isn't always signal, because there's times when there's fundamental developments that are really building. I see this in equity markets all the time, while price remains skeptical. I think we're in one of those moments because Bitcoin has become an institutional asset. So that's very different than the last 10 years. Well, really 15 years.
Retail's not
It's
buying.
for the first time has a different buyer. And the U.S. government just about to finalize the Clarity Act and some action regarding the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. That's a brand new buyer. And on Ethereum specifically, there is a huge runway coming because of stablecoins, which is a tokenization of a dollar. But it's just a start, because we know that BlackRock and Robinhood and everyone else wants to tokenize everything on the blockchain. That's a big unlock of activity, which is going to happen regardless of whether prices of Ethereum and Bitcoin aren't going straight up, because these are innovations in financial products. So I'm in the camp that we have not really seen the peak associated with the 4-year cycle. In fact, in some ways, because of muted monetary liquidity and all the suppressed animal spirits, the market's been super concentrated this year. I think that the best prices are going to be seen next year for both Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Well, there you go, guys. Straight from the horse's mouth. Still bullish on Bitcoin and crypto assets. All right. So yeah, the famous name, they said, of course, coming into 2026 will present the most attractive opportunities in recent years for investors, especially for Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. I think that he's been, of course, a perma bull in this whole thing. Anyway, what else? Anything else? Strategy, still the premier Bitcoin proxy. Benchmark says rejecting doom narrative. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's it, guys. I think we covered pretty much all the big news this morning. Of course, I think it's just a false move Monday. Probably start to see recovery into the evening hours. Definitely keep track of it. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. That's about all I got for you today, guys. Yes, a fire, scrub in the chat with all the flames. Let's go. All right, guys, have a good one. Bitcoin's still possibly coming down further and further. Let me see, actually, before we head out, is there anything else being covered? I gotta go grab my phone. I think it's probably annoying my mom blowing up in the other room with a WTF bomb. Stock halt warning. I don't want to leave quite yet though, because Bitcoin could be on a free fall. Let me see if I can go out there real quick and take care of some things. Just gonna get someone talking about our space real quick.
We'll hear from Macy's soon. We noticed mixed traffic levels, but they're smartly focused on their proprietary brands. But
we got to go into some of this, Black Friday doom, man. That was ridiculous what happened on Black Friday. We got to get into that too at some point. All right. What else have we got here? Stocks halt winning as Bitcoin sell-off deepens. We're talking about Bitcoin.
See that markets are cheaper.
Accordingly.
Markets have the similar
earnings
growth expectations versus the U.S. They're completely underowned, and they're making policy decisions, as we just discussed with China, that are much more robust and forward-looking than in the United States, sadly. The U.S. is really kind of stagnating at best, and so when markets look forward, and see the opportunity set elsewhere, and you have the China-U.S. rapprochement, and that's really a key, because that takes away the worry that the U.S. is going to do something to really damage the upside in China. That rapprochement, which we expect to see in 2026 with summit meetings in China and the U.S., is very positive.
All right, Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Jay Pawlowski, founder and chief strategist of TPW Advisory. He's also a proud graduate of Duke University. Yes, the Duke University that's playing for the ACC championship football, that is this coming Saturday against Virginia Cavaliers. So how about that? It is Cyber Monday. We had the Black Friday thing, and we want to see how consumers are spending this year. Vivek Pandya joins us. He's a director of digital insights for Adobe. They see what people are clicking on, swiping on, and all that kind of stuff. Vivek, what have we learned from Black Friday and then kind of the beginning hours of Cyber Monday here?
You know, it's been really interesting to see how consumers have returned back to major days like Black Friday. So we found that about $12 billion was spent on Black Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we continue to see momentum. And now that tees us up to see about $14 billion spent on Cyber Monday. So you have consumers who recognize that there are discounts happening all throughout the season, but they really believe and perceive that the best discounts will happen on days like Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and that's why we saw them really scale up the revenue coming during those days.
I'm curious with that, Vivek, are there any signs of weakness, say, are shoppers trading down to cheaper items, more private labels, or are they still making those big ticket purchases?
You know, it's interesting because what we're finding is that consumers are recognizing when some of these categories are having the really strong discounts across the board, across the categories, and that actually prompts them to actually trade up a little bit and go a little more premium because they are maybe getting a gift for maybe family or friends, and that these sales events and these sales moments really pushes them to kind of stretch a little further up and get into that threshold where...
All right. More doom spending, guys. And I still can't believe it. But yeah, they're still buying everything on credit. They're still going out. They're still shopping. I want to show you guys some of this while we're on the topic. We'll get back to Bitcoin and crypto here in a second. But yeah, we are getting a little bit of a flash crash further to the downside. Let's actually jump into that real quick. I'll show you guys where we're likely headed next to retest, of course, the low from just a week or two ago. Which is, of course, sitting at 80,000 flat. Maybe one more tap there. If we do see it, I don't know if we're going to see it. We're still holding our support. From last week. So, yeah, more than likely we're going to chill here. Just keep buying this up. Maybe we get to a low of 83.5, something like that. I'll have to see how low can we go. How low do we go, guys, on Cyber Monday deals for crypto and Bitcoin? Ridiculous. Those are the next key levels we're looking at for a pullback. More than likely, we're going to see the pain stop here, or we chop back down to 83 and some change. All right. So, yeah, I did want to get into some of this here. Oof, it's still going. It's still going. A lot of sell pressure. Look at this. A lot of sell pressure piling up. Whoa. Damn. What was that, $100 million? What the hell?
Stupid?
Wow. Ridiculous. All right. I'm going to jump over and show you some more doom, guys. Some more doom while we're watching the flash crash on Bitcoin right now. I want to show you guys some of the Black Friday doom. This is crazy. If you guys heard some of the stuff that happened over the weekend, one of the big things was at Target. Let me see if I can find some of that in my history to share with you guys. I always forget where the hell this stuff is on freaking YouTube. These are my videos. I got yep. They usually show history down here, don't they? I thought they did. Not really. YouTube's a mess. YouTube's always a mess. Shorts. I gotta lock this in. This is ridiculous. Every time. Like, where do I go to get my history? Alright, I'm just gonna look it up. Screw it. Target, right? So Target Black Friday deals. If you guys didn't hear this, this is ridiculous. They had these buckets. Oh no, these bags. They had these bags. And this is what they ended up getting in these bags. People stayed in line for hours.
To redeem. Must be redeemed within 1 hour of the store open. Okay, so they really want you to hightail it, okay? Hurry up. So they're already mustering up some kind of like urgency. The frenzy is already starting up because now it's a time-sensitive gift, whatever it is.
And this is what they got in these damn bags. For free.
Y'all, this is what we waited in line for?
What is this shit? Oh,
Hey, you have some fucking nerve. Nerve. You're telling me that people waited in the freezing cold for a single dose of perfect air dry shampoo, a packet of electrolytes drink mix, a 3-pack.
Come on, seriously.
A pack of
Uno cards. Listen, you're literally playing in the.
They're trolling, man. They're trolling.
This disgusting, ugly shade of Elf Glow Reviver.
No, that's what you get at Target. I heard Lowe's was no better either. I think they did like 1 out of 50 or 1 out of 100. I got a big deal. I think Lowe's was a bigger deal. I think it was like $2,000 off a appliance if you were going to buy an appliance, but not everyone's going in there to buy a $3,000 to $6,000 appliance. Yeah, so everyone got basically screwed over by Black Friday, and these deals are not really deals. They've been doing these things since October. Black Friday started in October, the end of October. These retailers have been hurt hard. I was out hanging out with some friends just a week ago, and they were buying up deals a week ago. I mean, this is ridiculous. Cyber Monday probably no different as well. I'd imagine these are the same deals we've had all year, and of course, our shoppers were just being screwed over. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's been Black Friday doom. It's definitely not like it used to be. Getting a little bit of a bounce right now on Bitcoin. The selling pressure might be over. I'll take a look here in a second. Again, false move Mondays on a Monday. We did get a new low here just briefly. We're not quite as low as 83.4 yet, but yeah, we're sitting 84.5 right now. Next stop is 83.5 if we go any lower. Or is the sell-off finally over, guys? The seller flash crash finally over. Oh, boy. It would still be a higher low for the week.
What are you, stupid?
I'd buy that for $1.
I'm telling you, I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm missing all the deals. Hopefully you guys are grabbing up some of these deals while they're still on sale. This could be the flash crash. Could be over. Could be. We still have 11% off on XCN right now. Swiftcoin's about 10% off. We got well down 11% on the day. Sui still. I'm gonna buy some Sui, guys. I can't wait anymore. Already lost 2% from when I was calling it earlier. And my initial reaction is buy. I'm gonna buy some right now. Just a little bit. I'm not going to buy a huge amount or anything. We can still come back down a little bit later this week. You never know. We're getting a lot of bombshell after bombshell. Maybe actually, instead of that, maybe I'll buy a little bit of Zcash instead, because it's still down 40%. I might buy like $25 of Zcash. Or maybe 25% of Zcash. Yeah, 25% of the Zcash. Do something like that. I don't have a ton of money to blow. I don't have much left. Because... Alright, there we go. So that's what I'm picking up this morning, guys. Just a little bit of the dip. There we go. Alright. What else we got? Oh, damn. ETH. ETH sitting at $2,700 right now. Still looks like Bitcoin's chart as well. Is this the end of the pain? Again, give us a little bit of a higher low in the last 3 or 4 days. Damn. Oh, man, it's not good, guys. It's not good. But we do still have a rate cut coming. It's probably in the 90s now. Remember, I was telling you guys last week it's going to be in the 80s. This week it's going to be in the 90s. And I'm talking about, referring to, of course, polymarket bets. Let's see where we're in the 90s now. Oh, come on. Okay, this week we're definitely going to be hitting 90s, but sitting at 89 currently as we speak. 89%. Come on, that's basically 90%. Tomorrow, guys, tomorrow. Probably going to be 97% by the end of the week. If I were to be a betting man, I would say 95, maybe 95. Of course, we cannot bet on polymarket here in the States just yet. Okay, all right, guys. So, yeah, it's going to be a day. It's going to be a day. Right now, it's almost 11, going into 11. I'm sure you guys got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. I want to hang out and see the end of this, but it might be going on until about the afternoon. Intraday trading, of course, starts right around 11, 12. I gotta go make a run, man. I gotta go. I haven't ran all week last week. I had too many things going on. I did want to let you guys know this week, I might have some changes to the schedule. I'm thinking Wednesday I might be off on the night. I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm trying to visit some more friends while I'm down in Florida. And if we get more price action like this, I'm not going to leave Florida. Screw it. What's the point? What's the point?
What are you, stupid?
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like right now. The bags are only saggy because they're so full of crypto, says Jake. So full of crypto. Yes, I know. Me too, man. Okay, the back I had a packet of Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator, because it's got electrolytes. Yes, we know, Cliff. Yes, 100%. Is the crypto the item on the sale for crypto Cyber Monday? Yes. That is the biggest sale we have right now going on in Cyber Monday. The only real sale happening, actually, is crypto. Leftover Halloween candy and a bag of Pop Rocks with some... Yeah, lint from Dryer Screen. Thanks, Target. Yes! That's exactly what you get for shopping at Target. And some people are even going as far to say that giant... Because they give you a giant bag with nothing in it. Basically, that giant bag was like basically free advertisement, right? Basically handing out the giant bags out for free. People are going to use them all around the place and they get free advertising for just like $15. Whatever it costs of those little pitty items. Probably their markup cost on it and everything is probably only like $5. Who knows? What's Fear and Greed Index? It's sitting at like 28 in the market open for Fear and Greed on crypto. Where we sit at right now is 24. So we're coming down a little bit more now, guys. 24 extreme greed for of course, crypto. And the stock market currently sitting at 24 in extreme fear, just a hair away from traditional fear, as we just entered back into extreme fear again this morning for crypto. Geez, guys, it's still bloody Monday. Oof, 3.3 million. Oh, just sold off right there. Watch it on the sidelines. Right, what else we got here? What's told you to buy Zcash like a month ago, says Maximus Time Hands. Well, I'm glad I didn't. Because that was down 40% on the month. What else? Ondo at 45 cents. Yes, Cliff. Yes. Crypto Yo-Yo, Cliff. Yes. Take Wednesday night off. I'm busy those nights anyway, says Jake the Snake. Nice. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Probably going to be taking Wednesday night off. I'd love to see Ben is here. I'd love to get Ben on, possibly with Gamma. And give Nebs and Cody a break this Tinfoil Hat Tuesday to cover the rapture. It's definitely fitting for the market right now, right?
What are you, stupid?
Yes. I think we should talk about the rapture. Hi, Nebs. Yes, didn't know bag holder was you. Hi, Gamma. Hey, how's it going? Hi, Happy Joy. Still hanging out with us today. Nebs, stop confusing Happy and the Joys. Yes. Cliff's also saying thank you. That reminds me, I haven't added to my bags of dryer lint. Oh my god. Yeah, thanks Target. Ooh, looks like we might be getting a bounce right now. It's getting pretty tight right now. Let's take a look at the chart. Are we gonna get it? Oh, we come back down. We're gonna hit it. 83.5. Come on, 83.5, 83.3. Sitting right now at 83.7, still hanging out at 83.7. Let's take a look at the small time frames for the 1 minute. Ooh, that looks bearish. Bearish rollover, dead cat bounce on Bitcoin. Here on the 1 minute chart. Could be a freaking and faking everyone out. Oof. Wouldn't that be funny? Just liquidate the hell out of everyone who's left over, and just spark right back out at the end of the day. I would die laughing. 84,000 broke. Just barely holding on. Let's take a look back at the buys here. Everyone loading up here. Not quite yet. I don't see any millions being flooding the market one way or the other here at 84K. All right. So yeah, sitting at 84,000. Is this going to be the end of the pain? Are we going to continue it down to 83? 83 and some change. 83.5 would be the next target on Bitcoin. Flash crash in the morning. It's only not even 11 o'clock yet, guys. It's not even 11. It's attempting to hold 84. Again, the lowest we were at as of last week. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. Was 80,000 flat. Remember? 80,000. We got to beat it. We got to beat that target. Oh, man, guys. And everyone's selling. To everyone who is selling, I just have one thing to tell you.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
Yep, you don't want to be one of those guys. Sitting on this silly nonsense. We used to burn this all the time. Not so much here recently, because I'm broke. I mean, because I'm in my parents' house and I don't want to burn money in my parents' house. But yeah, we're silly. We're done hanging out with that silly stuff in our pocket. Yeah, I haven't held any significant amount of cash in 6 years. Okay, what else we got? 83.9. We're breaking down. Here we go. Another flash crash, another move down, another leg down. If it's as big as the last one, where would that take us? Psychologically, if they want to do this to us. Take us down to Pound Town. 82 flat. Look at that. 82 flat. Let's go. Send it. Let's dump the market. Let's go. Cyber Monday. Deals on crypto. Today. Only today. Maybe. I love trolling, guys. It's great, especially if you have a long time frame. This is nothing. You'll forget all about it tomorrow, or maybe a week later from now, or a month, maybe a quarter of a year. All right. Damn, how much did we oversell now? How much we oversold? Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. How's CoinMarketCap holding up? 2.87. 2.87. We want to be at least ending this sell-off higher than 2.8, was it? Let's take a look at the year. 2.6. 2.4. Ugh. We don't want to touch that. I'd say to lose the structure, we don't go much lower than we are now. I mean, realistically, this is it. This is it. You're going to try to take it down to 2.75. There's a little bit of slight bullish, trend if we hold that. This is this is ridiculous.
What are you, stupid?
This is ridiculous. But you can see what I'm talking about here. If we go much more lower, we lose the entire trend altogether. For, of course, the crypto market cap. That's nuts. Sitting at 2.86. Down from, down from 3.72 from the beginning of November. Holy crap. Almost down $1 trillion. Yeah, almost. If we go down another 10 billion, no, 100 billion, we're down basically $1 trillion from the beginning of last month. And we're getting a little bit of a bounce right now. Nothing huge in terms of buys yet, but we're getting a little bit of a bounce. We're still range bound, right? We're still range bound between. I mean, we already lost the range, but 85K and 90,000. Still stuck right around that range. We did lose a little bit of it though. We are stopping some of the pain right around this area. Of course, keeping a little bit of a bull structure going. If anything, it's really it's hardly holding there. We're starting to wick now from 84 flat, already back up to almost damn near 85. 84.5 now. Flash crash on Bitcoin. Oh my God. All right, let me, yeah, look, this is the bounce. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is it. If not, dead cat bounce. Boom, go back down to 80,000 flat. I love a little bit of doom in the morning. All right, let's take a look at some TradFi and see if what's going on. Bloomberg's on break. CNBC's talking about November healthcare winners. Everyone. Why? Because they just upped their premiums like insane madmen. And it's crazy, guys, what people are paying for insurance. I haven't paid for insurance in 6 years. I don't think I ever will. Again, at this point, you can't afford it. Illegal immigrant run, fentanyl rings busted in Washington. Yeah, okay. More of this, yeah, political nonsense. Okay. We don't really care about that. Let's take a look at some headlines. Anything else changing? Anything else breaking over on doom scrolling? Let's take a look at X. Because X is going to bring you the real news over on X. Just in, Bank of America expects the Federal Reserve to cut rates next week. Everyone's, of course, calling for that. On this news, it just came out 32 minutes ago. Did we finally move Polymarket to 90? I'm telling you guys, 90 this week. 90 this week. Just give me 1%. Just give me 1%, damn it. I'm not going to leave until you give me that 1%. All right, what else we got? Breaking, supermarket giant Spar starts accepting Bitcoin and crypto payments in their new Swiss app. This is not new. We were talking about that over the summer. Maybe they're just finally going through with the project, I guess. Or maybe this is just on their app now and not in-store, because they've been taking it in-store for a while. Of course, Spar over in Europe. Michael Saylor's strategy now holds 650,000 Bitcoin worth $55 billion. Of course, laser eyes, guys. Laser eyes. Once you have the laser eyes, you never sell your Bitcoin. Oh my God. Just telling you. That's how it is. That's how it is. There's no second best. Up forever.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura. Forever.
Right.
What else is this? Homeowner connected to hot exhaust from Bitcoin mining computers into a home's HVAC to return cycling the waste into a heat source that warms the house while earning Bitcoin through the winter. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. A lot of other countries have been doing that too in little, little villages and stuff. I forgot which one we covered. Was it Norwegian? Some Norwegian village or something like that. A crypto wrench attacks. More happening, guys. 11 million stolen in home invasion. This is brought to you by George. I'm George. You're George. We're all George. Crypto is our us. You guys know George. More and more crypto attacks happening every year. Stay safe out there. Do not dox your wallets or your net worth. Guys, be vigilant. That's why I never wear any Bitcoin memorabilia outside of my home. Quiet wealth protects your physical and mental well-being. Yes. Don't let anyone know what you got. They're coming. They're coming with you. With a wrench. They're going to get you. I miss my wrench, too. I miss the studio, guys. I miss it. But I'm not going back until we flip the market green. Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple. Bitcoin is the most amazing mathematical miracle. It's better than gold. Says Steve Wozniak, of course, of Apple. Anything else breaking? Nothing really breaking. Just in, Bitcoin falls below $84,000. Hodl. Of course, this just happened right now as we're watching it on the live, right? We're watching it. Let's take a look at where we're currently at. 84.7. Still looking like we're starting to recover, at least right now. Wicking back up on that 30-minute wick right there. Pretty much all gone now. A tiny little bit of that left here on the 30-minute. Looks like the 15-minute. Boom, to the upside. 15-minute candle, basically wiping out that 30-minute wick. There it is. That might be it. We might have just watched another big baby sell-off. Big crybaby sell-off. The markets are ridiculous. Animal. Jeez, guys. Hopefully soon this will be over. Trying to stay with you guys on the flash crash here. Ooh, look at that V-shaped recovery on the 3-minute, the 1-minute, the 5-minute. Looking pretty bullish on the 5-minute. Still waiting for that 15-minute print a bullish candle there. And that gets us into 11 o'clock Eastern in about 5 minutes. So maybe I'll hang out for another 5 minutes, guys. I can't miss the excitement. We could still go lower. As if I say that, these freaking traders. Again, guys, if we didn't trade Bitcoin, we'd be at $1 million like 2 years ago. All right, let's get back into it. What else we got here in the chat? What are you guys saying? Oh my God, what is that? Otaku, what if your parents burn money in their room? They just haven't shared that secret with you yet. What? No way. I wish.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Maybe they are. I know my dad did end up watching Saylor speech at Bitcoin 2025 this year. And I think that finally got him to see the light. It took me years, guys, to get my dad, of course, to purchase some Bitcoin. Okay. What else we got? Anything else? Any big movers to the downside? It looks like everything's starting to come up now, guys. Hopefully you got some of these assets on the low. Zcash was down 20% this morning. Remember that, guys. It's already up 5%. It's already back up to 15 on that Zcash move. Where else are we looking at here? Looks like most of everything's coming up. Where's SWE? Do I not have a SWE chart? I don't think I have a SWE chart. I am bullish on SWE. There it is. It's down 11% now. Again, everything looks like it's starting to wick to the upside. Almost having the same exact V-shaped recovery here on the 5-15 minute on most assets here. Almost everything. Look at that. Almost everything. Look at that. Yep. Everything looks like Bitcoin right now. 84.5. We come back at 85. This is crazy. We had this flash crash. I mean, what was the damage? My God. We rallied into the weekend like I told you guys we were going to do, right? We did this entire move until boom. What the F? Yeah, so we got as high as 92K, which is basically my baseline target. And then, yeah, smash. This is hilarious. I love it. So 92, we fell from 92 to damn near 82. That's almost a 10K drop. I think the lowest we got was 84 flat, 83.7. Damn, almost a 10K drop overnight. Nothing we haven't seen before. The biggest move we had to the downside only happened on Binance. It happened this year's record-breaking 20 grand candle to the downside. It's the largest candle we ever saw on Bitcoin. 10Ks usually move back and forth, up and down. It's pretty much nothing new for Bitcoin. I'm not surprised at all. It's just Bitcoin. All right, so still waiting for that 11 o'clock candle to finish. About 2.5 minutes left on that candle. And I'm probably going to call it after that. We still have intraday trading, guys, so anything's possible to probably see a swift recovery if I were to be a betting man. We're oversold AF right into the open market open on December 1st on the monthly open. Yeah, it's about time we start climbing this back up. Or we can continue the sell-off into the end of the year. I mean, I'd be okay with that too. Send it all down. I'll continue buying it up with what little pennies I have left in the jar. Oh my God. And then next year, of course, will be heroic to the upside. All right. So yeah, that's what's going on now, guys. I'm still waiting for that 11 o'clock. I'm going to call it. Let's jump back over to the news real quick, see if anything else is breaking. More than likely it's not. It's kind of been slow this morning. Nordisk. Oh, everyone's got to get their, weight loss drugs. Diabetic, whatever. What else we got here? CNBC, what are they covering? If I can click on things. CNBC's on break. Fox B on break. More than likely on break. And some of the headlines here. Let's just jump in here. How about cryptonewsland.com? Hashkey advances towards IPO after clearing KEX listing hearing. Bitcoin price drop dips below 87K. A silver-tongued analyst reveals what to expect. Yeah. Grayscale approval of launch of its spot Chainlink ETF with staking feature. Nice. On Chainlink. What else we have? Let's take a look at just not feeling other news this morning. How about cryptonews.com? Singapore Gulf Bank CEO Sean Chan as Asia's GCC payments, digital banking, and a rise of stablecoin settlements. Grayscale launched, of course, the Chainlink ETF. That's, of course, breaking this morning. Directionless volatility ahead. Bitcoin cycle is not over, and a rally could continue, citing some CIOs talking about this. There's no real threat of drastic sell-off unless we breach the March 24 high at 74K. So I expect the market to continue adding the longs on any dips, says John Glover, a chief investment officer at Ledin. Of course, over on Ledin. All right. So that's who, of course, is citing that we're going to continue higher unless we hit 74K or lower. Michael Saylor teases the mysterious green dots in Bitcoin chart. What do they mean? Of course, we've been talking about this all morning as well. We're suggesting it's just going to be them buying back or stashing cash for their treasury or something. Billionaire Michael Saylor ignited fresh speculation this week after showing Bitcoin chart featuring a new set of mysterious green dots, prompting questions about across the market what they represent and whether they signal another wave of aggressive buying. The chart is posted alongside the new data of Strategy's rapid expandingly a Bitcoin position. I don't want to go into all the details. We already went over it so many times this morning. Analysts clarified MicroStrategy's green drop metric. I wonder if it's just them stacking cash so they can pay out the dividends. That'd be my guess at this point, after everything we heard this morning. Analysts later clarified the green dotted line represents Strategy's average purchase price, a rolling figure, and updates only when the new Bitcoin is acquired. It reflects the company's dynamic basis rather than Bitcoin's price of any other form of prediction. With each new buy, the line shifts depending on whether Bitcoin was purchased above or below the previous average. Oh, so they're speculating that he's just going to be putting on green dots to mark their lower average entries, right? So they're of course bringing their average down lower. Because Strategy's positions are large, some buying events push the line sharply higher, especially between 2024 and 2025 when the firm accelerated accumulation during Bitcoin's bull run towards the $100,000 region. The chart confirmed that Strategy's portfolio remains profitable with the Bitcoin stack up 22.9% as of November 30th. Bitcoin has been trading at 95,000 to 110,000 to reach the range late of 2025, keeping the company comfortably above its $74,000 average cost. Yeah, while the holdings showed gains and the green line hints at a more aggressive buying, according to some analysts, Strategy stock has fallen more than 60% of the recent highs and is disconnect from feeding a new question about the long-term sustainability of Strategy's long-term strategy. Strategy signals may sell Bitcoin if the market pressures mount. Of course, we've been talking about that. They have to sell if they get closer to the lower 70s, though. That's their liquidation range. Strategy 21 billion fundraising stands firm as Bitcoin drops 32%. This keeps going on. Robust access to capital markets raised 21 billion year to date. And now we're talking, of course, about their investors' appetite remains strong even as the firm faces 80 million in annual dividend obligations tied to its preferred shares. Lee said the plans to maintain these payments using capital raised as premium and the consistent dividend performance helps strengthen market confidence. My guess would be that those weeks that we did not see them buy any Bitcoin, they are of course either stacking or paying out these dividends. That'd be my guess. That's probably where we're at today. All right, let's get back to, of course, the chart. What are we doing? 84.5, still hanging out, 84.5. We did wick back up there. We completed that, of course, 15-minute candle. We are now sitting at 11.03. Is this it? Are we done? Are we going to continue? Another sell-off to the downside, hitting at 82 flat. Are we going to do that? Are we done? We're done. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like we're pretty much already sold off. We did bounce right on top of what we have left of the bull trend, so it's possible that, of course, everyone psychologically looking at the same damn thing is going to stop the pain here. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go do my thing. Of course, run some errands, run literally a mile or two. And, of course, I'll catch you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one, and buy some of this dip, guys, before it's all gone. Looks like it's almost already washed out. Look at this. Some of these coins I just talked about that were down 10% this morning. Jasmy, Swift coin already coming back up, already ate up about half of that drop, that dip. Miria also was down about 10% this morning too. My God, finding new lows. Almost trying to. My God, barely holding on to a bull trend there. If there's anything left of that damn thing. What else we have here? H bar. Yep, everything coming up now, guys. Everything coming up in Wiccan here at the moment. So again, hopefully you guys got some of that dip. I bought some of that on the live with you, so I didn't miss out. Yep, 5% up on Zcash right now from the lows when we bought earlier. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you tonight. I gotta stop rambling. I'll talk too much. So some of you guys in the chat. I'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Later.
money is gold bars. In other words, gold 19. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my wallet with more coins and let me bottle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for all we're talking about. I choose you. I love you.
Ooh. Oh my god. When Z-back to $1? Says Cliff. Not soon. Not soon. Maybe in a few years. Bullish 2026 100% says Cliff. 100%. Yes, guys, winning, winning.
So much.
Yes, we just gotta wait, guys. Just gotta wait. Monday liar says Braveheart McFreedom in the chat before we head out. Yes. False move Monday, more than likely. Of course, them just playing games. Don't play games with my heart, man. Don't play games with my heart. Yeah, it's coming, guys. It's coming. Have a good one. And yeah, don't forget, guys.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Yes.
Forever.
Forever.